go on.
Dropout Podcast, welcome back. It's episode 15.
Yeah, we're back, baby. Again,
Yeah.
we say this every time now.
We kind of have to sit around one mic and
Get close.
hopefully this episode doesn't have the fucked audio too.
Yeah.
If it does, it does.
I don't know what happened with that, man.
It's fucked.
It was like halfway through, it just switched and it started to echo. But yeah, fingers crossed it won't be fucked this time. Yeah, we're back with Henry. Obviously,
I'm back, guys.
Henry's back on.
Yeah.
And it is fucking absolutely boiling.
It's so hot right now.
You've got a fucking V-neck.
I felt like showing the guns today, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like,
I didn't realise it was an actual vest. I thought it was like tucked in. Damn.
No,
You went to work?
I low-key thought you were...
No, I got home and changed.
Oh, right.
It's too hot, bro.
I was gonna say, man, fucking, you're not supposed to have that in sun, man. The tattoo, the new one.
Well, you know what? Fuck them.
Fuck them, basically.
We got some stuff to talk about today. We got like quite a lot of stuff. I know Henry's been making notes. He's been excited. He's been talking about.
Yeah. Like, would you do
He's researched. He's coming prepared.
We wanted to talk about first things first. Pop Smoke's new album. Have you listened to it now?
Oh, dude, I've listened to the whole album actually, but I didn't like it.
No.
Yeah,
I won't lie. I feel like it's just some marketing ploy, but whatever, man.
I think it's
It kind of sucks. I just feel like it wasn't quite up to
We're
the
talking about
standard
Faith,
I
by the
think
way.
we should
Yeah,
just, like,
Faith.
Which, when did it drop? It was the 17th,
last
wasn't
week,
it?
I think,
Yeah, something like that. And it it's done well commercially though, isn't it? It's done very well like numbers.
But obviously it was going to do well. Pop Smoke is kind of like a big deal.
Yeah,
isn't
of
it?
course.
But-
He is huge. And it also helps when you've got 25 features on an album.
20.
Is it? I was just saying that for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
But I think the general consensus though for the album is that not a lot of people liked it. I don't think. I think you made a really good point. What was the thing that you said? There's not a lot of replay value.
No, there's none.
On a lot of the
there's
songs.
little to none. I think there's probably like one or two that are good. And to be honest, the album is like Bad Vibes Forever from X. It's like it's how they slapped that with like so many features and shit like that, and it's just.
But even that one, I think that was like...
It's just hooks, bro. It's just hooks from pop, or like there'll be some unfinished verse, and then they'll put a feature on. And that's what they've done, and that's what they did with X. And it's just, I don't know. It's just really shit, to be honest.
But I expected that. I expected that like it was obviously going to have to be unfinished because obviously he's passed away. But I think like when you told me about the Dua Lipa fucking feature, I was like, wait, what? Like really? And then you play. Have you heard that one?
Yeah, I've heard the Dua Lipa.
Oh,
Song. I thought I'd like
it's a
it because
Dua
I
Lipa
kind of
song.
fancy Dua Lipa.
Kind of fancy, or you fancy?
Oh, dude, that's straight up
fancy.
fancy. Dua Lipa, hit me up, baby.
One day that she's listening, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think it was a miss for me.
Yeah.
But I liked a few of the songs. I liked a handful of the songs. I think the Woo Baby, is that Woo Baby with Chris Brown? Yeah, that was fucking good.
Oh,
but
yeah, that was good.
Chris Brown on anything is basically you've got to fucking hit.
Actually, yeah. Well, another question when we finish, and then we'll talk about that.
Oh right, okay. Keep that locked away. But no, what do you think about the pop album? No,
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. That's even rough.
I'm not going to listen to it again, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
An album with no replay value. It's not a bad thing. It's just.
No.
It's just.
I think sometimes you just shouldn't try and milk it that much.
Yeah.
If you compare it to his last album,
Yeah.
like that was posthumous as well. It's just it shits on it.
It was.
That one was good.
Because
I thought they should have just left it.
That's produced by 50 Cent.
Exactly. That was right. It was good.
Yeah.
It was he
Legend in the scene.
Bro, he came in and didn't ask for any money to basically do it. So he did it all off his own
But
back.
do you know what? And I also feel like with 50 Cent's sort of sound,
it's pop.
you know, it's pop.
it is pop. It is pop.
Smoke is kind of like
literally.
It might as well be his child.
I know. There's photos of them together, and they look like, in my opinion, they do look like father and son. Do you know what I mean? It's quite funny to see. And I think that was why it was so good last time, was because it was authentic and it was done by people that he was influenced. This is literally, like you said, a marketing thing. The label went, right, you said it, you summed it up perfectly. Who the fuck is popping right now? Dua Lipa, let's get her on it. And it's like, whoa, that's not how... And I think pop fans... Sorry, I keep going back to what you said, because I think you were very good about this.
What I said was that Pop Smoke fans wouldn't like that song because it's not a Pop Smoke song.
Yeah.
Anybody who listens to that album who's listening to Pop Smoke for the first time, and then they probably know who Dua Lipa is because she's super mainstream. You see Dua Lipa, and they probably listen to that song, and they probably like that song because it's a very mainstream song, but it's not a Pop Smoke song.
I think that goes over the whole of the album, though. I think a lot of non-Pop Smoke fans would like it, but I think every Pop Smoke, like, not die-hard fans, I'm not saying that we're die-hard fans, but true fans that know, like, good music, his good stuff before, you know, and I think it's just weird, and it's very weird that we're speaking about this today, because he would have been 22 years old today. 22 years old. He wasn't even 22. Bro. That's awful.
Rest in peace.
Bro,
it honestly, really sucks, to be honest. He would have been lighting up the summer. Last summer as well.
I know. He would have been, he is huge, but I think he would have been bigger. I think it's it's capped now.
You say that about...
I know, of course.
Right, controversial thought. Do you think, say, if he was still alive, he might not have popped off?
No, I think he would have.
You know what I mean? Because he might have been one of those people who... Because I did not fuck with him until he died. I was like, who the hell is this Pop Smoke
I honestly think that with Pop Smoke, I agree. With Pop Smoke, it was different with him because he had... No, like he would have popped off if he was still alive.
Right, yes.
I 100% agree with him. He was just before he died. I think he dropped the Meet the Woo 2.
Yeah.
And then
he was climbing that.
He was on his way massive. He had that movie that he was in.
Yeah, Boogie.
Boogie.
Looks good.
He was only on his way, and he had that voice and demeanor that nobody else had.
Yeah, and
from
the
like the
Migos
New
were
York
fucking with him
scene.
pretty hard then. And
Yeah,
the Migos were huge then.
He had Travis Scott too. He was
right.
featuring Travis Scott. Like, bro,
he got a lot of cosigns early, doesn't he? You know what I mean? Because he was, and I think he was climbing that ladder of getting really good.
For sure been.
But then there's some artists that wouldn't have been, I think. I'm not going to name them on here because it's, I'm not going to disrespect the dead, but I think a lot of people may not have been as big if it wasn't for their passing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know who you would think of.
I don't want to... Like...
You can say it, like, just say your opinion. Who would you think would not be as big if they didn't die?
I think a lot of... I don't know. Because I like the artist. I'm gonna say, of course, and you like him as well, of course.
Yeah.
I don't think that X would have been like seen as such a bit, because everyone jumped to the gun of saying like, oh, he's the new generation of Pac. He's this, he's that, he's this. It's like whoa. He was still very early on with what he was doing.
I think he would have had. I think he would have reached Travis Scott levels. Like when we're talking Travis Scott is like one of the top of his generation. I think he would have if he was still alive. But I honestly think it would have been really hard for him, given that he was a very controversial character.
Yeah.
He was seen in the public as a bad person, even though he was.
I'm not gonna lie. I knew X before he died. I didn't know Pop before.
Didn't you? Oh man,
X was trying to do his best. To do good things before he died, and regardless of him doing that, he was still viewed as a bad person even after he died.
Yeah.
So his death, but plus he had like such like a strong like cult fan base. Like him, Ski. Like they both have very like culty fan base, and Juice as well.
Juice is a big one.
I think he would have. I think that he was discovering his sound as well. Like in his new music, you can hear he was like kind of discovering like a whole new sound for himself and figuring it out. And I think that given time, given however long it would have taken, I think he would have.
Yeah.
I think he was such a unique character to people even when he was alive. Like people thought of him as someone who was interesting to like
definitely
and he was
definitely
in fact
but there's something about it that I think that like, but it happens with every artist, like you alluded to, is every artist is as bad as it sounds, as soon as they pass, they pop, they go off, they're big, their numbers do huge. Like Juice is another one. Juice is like still. I
think Juice would have.
I think Juice would have definitely.
That was really unfortunate. I was in Amsterdam when I heard that news. I was so sad. I was like, why you gotta ruin my holiday like this, man?
It was Peep as well.
Yeah.
What about? Do you think that Peep would have?
I think because he was in a little bit of a box on his own.
He was, yeah.
He was.
And I think if he mastered that, he would have.
But that's the thing. He would have tapped into something that hadn't been done, but more something that wasn't really popping right now and relevant right now.
His music, it was very like when you listen to it, it's very personal. Like it's got so much personality to the music. So I think that he would have.
I'm not being.
We're talking about Pop Smoke here as well. I wanted to bring up. He had a Kanye West feature on there.
Yes,
it was like the third or second song.
I think it's the second one.
And I was listening to this and I was just like, oh my god, we got a Kanye feature. This is gonna be, the last time we had a Kanye feature,
right? We thought it was gonna be absolutely
crazy. The last
crazy,
Kanye feature was on Playboy Carti's album. And that was one of the best Kanye features.
What was that?
Go to the Moon, I think it was called.
Oh, right.
It was one of the best Kanye features. And I went into this, I'm like, oh my god, new Kanye verse, it's gonna be crazy. He didn't do a verse. He didn't do a chorus. He just made sounds for like the first 20 seconds, and then it cuts to a radio presenter, and then it goes to pop. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, what the fuck was that? Like,
there's some. It's gotten to a point where they can just feed us anything, right? And we'll listen to it.
Yeah, literally. Especially with Kanye. Kanye is
his new album's coming.
Yeah,
I'm excited. His album's
coming. But it's been coming for ages. Donda's been coming for ages.
The snippets have came out, and the people who have talked about the snippets and they've gone around the internet, people are saying it sounds very good. It's like a.
Do you know what? I'm not even that hyped about it because Kanye is a marketing genius.
But he hasn't even said anything.
Yeah,
he hasn't even said anything. As of right now, as we're recording this, he has not said a word. And the only activity that he's shown on Instagram was that he went back to Instagram today. He liked the post, and then that was like a big thing that Kanye was back on Instagram. He hasn't tweeted. He hasn't posted. And people were saying in the snippets that they heard of his new music, like obviously there's going to be that talks of his Kim and shit like that. Apparently he says nothing negative. Says nothing like that, and apparently it's more personal. I'm super excited
because he's a marketing genius. He knows if he goes against.
We got a song with Travis Scott and either Playboy Carti or Baby Keem.
Really?
Yeah. It's either Carti or Baby Keem.
It
was also cooking with Tyler, maybe.
Yeah. No, I don't think anything with the beat. Nah, wouldn't be this.
I don't think it'll be this early. I think that'll be maybe for something for Tyler.
He did an album listening party. If you didn't know.
Yeah, he did.
He's done two.
Wow.
He did one with like a few like basketball players, and then he did like a huge one.
I don't like. I remember seeing the Life of Pablo listening.
Oh my god,
that was crazy.
Oh,
that was like that was
meme
yeah.
I had it.
That was it.
I had.
Did you?
I had my received texts. At one point, I had my iPhone wallpaper as like.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So when you receive texts,
that was like a concert on its own, and that's still legendary to today. Do you know what I mean? It's still like massive.
But I'm not gonna lie, I miss the old Kanye.
Yes. I miss his old really good stuff like College Dropout. 808s, man, bro. That was his. And I had this conversation with my mum.
That was nasty.
Bro,
it was just amazing.
I said to my mum a couple of weeks back. I said she was like, I hate Kanye West, and I was like, why? Like why do you hate him? She was like, he's an idiot, and I was like, okay. I guess he is.
But he's a musical genius.
But that's the thing. And then I started.
Idiot, but he's a genius.
Yes, but
at the same time.
That's the thing. I played his music of the old stuff, and she was like, "This is good," and I was like, "Exactly.
I like
this is what he needs to stick to."
Also, his gospel stuff is pretty good. My mum slaps to it. She loves it.
Yeah. Like
I can't.
Literally, I was playing Jesus King at my house, right? My mum thinks that I listen to like, I'm sorry, Ma. She thinks that I listen to gospel music all the time. She was like, I'm so proud of you. Like, you listen to like good gospel music in the morning. I was like, nah, I'm slapping Kanye. I beam.
I couldn't really relate to that album or any of his music. I was just because.
Are you religious at all?
No, not at all.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. That is why. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think. I think he'll do really well. Of course, he's going to do really well. But I mean, like, it's going to be big. I think he's dropping the same day as Dave, though, from the UK. Shout out the UK artist, which is never a good feat, you know what I mean?
He's dropping the same day as somebody else as well. I can't remember who it was.
I can't remember. I think that...
To be honest with you, I don't know if I'll listen to it straight away, just because I think I'm going to be fed shit.
Kid Laroi, is it?
Kid Laroi is dropping Friday.
What, an album?
Yeah, Fuck Love 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's 8-song project. I think it's 8 songs.
Pardon me.
It's got a song with Lil Durk and someone else on there. Can't remember who else it was, but... I want to listen to it. I'm going to listen to it this minute because of the anticipation of this one. First, though.
Yeah,
Kanye has to be first on. Yeah. It's like it's fucking Kanye.
Yeah.
Like
it's going to be big, and I think if the features do well, but this could really. I think if it doesn't do well, I know this is an obvious point, but it could damage his music career. Not damage it, but I think it will just negatively reflect because, like you said. You want the old Kanye with this old good stuff.
People are saying this is like old Kanye.
No. Really?
Yes.
Really?
People are saying it's really personal too. So I'm.
Oh man.
And he swears in it too.
Oh wow.
Come on.
Such a long time.
Swearing.
He says bitch.
Bitch. Beep.
I'm pretty sure he says the N word too. I could be wrong though, but I know he says.
What? Has he refrained from not doing that?
Since he started the gospel music,
everything is like not explicit anymore. It's been clean.
you know.
Don't forget,
speaking of
two
Kanye as well,
N-words have daughters, so.
Speaking of Kanye as well, this is just something else. He's producing a song for
Lil Nas X.
And
Did you
taking
see
a
that?
day trip too.
Yeah, with Jack Harlow as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. I like that video, by the way. That video is really good. Of like,
Can we talk about that as well? Like, how much of a surprise? I'm not gonna lie though. I really like Jack Harlow.
Yeah, bro.
I really like him. And I used to listen to him like OG stuff.
Yeah,
like I've been listening to him back before he even popped off, and then he popped off, and I was like, wow.
Have you heard Sylvia and his old like 18 and 17 the album?
So good,
bro.
I'm not gonna lie, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
He just doesn't look like a rapper.
No, I know.
He's good.
He's just some random white guy, and he's amazing.
I think he's a really good artist. I know that sounds obvious, but I think like there's rappers that come out all the time, in my opinion, and they're always very generic and very basic to what they sound like. But
Very what?
Generic? Is that right? Is that right?
What you said?
Like generic. Sorry, fucking hell. I was trying to get it out.
Okay.
I've been working fucking late shift, but anyway, a lot of artists sound very similar, but he doesn't to me. I think Jack Harlow.
Oh right.
I think his sound is nice. He's got a really good fucking flow, and he can rap really.
He's
really
got
well.
a good flow.
Him
That's
and-
what I like about him. He's smooth. He's like butter.
Him and Lil Nas X is going to be a good song. And like, who? By the way, who is? I hate to sound like this dickhead now. Who is Take a Day Trip?
Just two people.
Who is
They're
it?
both producers. I don't know their name. They're called Take a Day Trip.
Right.
But they
What did they produce before? Because I've heard of them.
You have listened to their song that I was super excited for, and it was with Corday and Ski, and it was for DJ Ski and
yes.
Soda.
Oh yeah. That's a really good
That's
song.
produced by Take a Day
Oh
Trip.
shit! So it's going to be a banger,
DJ Ski.
and it's going to be big. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. And Lil Nas X is huge now, but he is going to get bigger. Oh my god.
The thing is, I'm a little bit worried for him because every time he drops something, and this is true, every time he drops something, there's some type of gimmick that goes along with it, right? You could think back to Holiday, like the way he dressed up. He had this big production thing, and with Old Town Road, that was a big gimmick along with that. And
huge.
And what was after Holiday? He had that Montero with the Satan shoes and stuff. And now it's like every time he drops, it's like fair play. Like it's really cool and interesting. But there's only so much point where gimmicks only take you so far.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm not saying he's not gonna
unless you're all about the gimmick.
This was a really good gimmick. The whole thing with the lawsuit and shit like that. That proper was like that. That was
clever.
So clever and smart and
I won't be surprised if
whoever's
Kanye is
making
behind
these
it.
ideas is a genius. Like whoever does that.
I didn't really like the people that were complaining about the shoes, and I was like, why? It's a pair of fucking shoes. Like, who really cares? Who really cares? You know what I mean?
I mean, come on, man.
What?
They're pretty.
I don't care personally.
What? They're what?
I think they're pretty dead. Yeah.
What do you mean dead?
I don't like the shoes, man.
I don't like the shoe either.
Why?
I just didn't like the look.
Oh right. No, but I mean, like people were kicking off, like making a fucking massive big deal of it, and I was like, it's a pair of shoes that he's.
I wouldn't care. I don't care, but I
Yeah.
can see why maybe people will care. I can see why people are just sensitive to stuff like that.
That's the thing. That's what I mean. It is just sensitivity.
There's just that whole
Can we talk about Kanye's mask as well?
Oh yeah.
Oh
What's that all
yeah. I think it's cool.
I think that's
so
part
sick.
of the thing of like this unknown thing. He's not talking.
It's like
he's
a
not
gimmick.
posting.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
But he's
clever with
but
this
he's
shit.
He's
a
clever with this shit.
mastermind.
It's a
Yeah.
marketing ploy.
He's not taking off his fucking mask. You've not seen him without a mask on in public since forever now. Since
the breakup, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like this whole thing.
I really hope that he does go in on Kim one day because there'd be loads of new. You know what I mean? Like there'd be loads of good stuff.
Oh my
But
god, yeah.
It would be hilarious. I think it'd be fucking hilarious. I think
It
it'd
would be
funny as
pretty
fuck.
good.
I that whole situation is like, I'd be. Everyone jumps the gun and always points it to be always the man, in my opinion. But this is her 4th failed marriage, so something's not right there. You know what I mean? It's not fucking him.
And that's not just her. That's their entire family.
Yeah, it is exactly. They've all gone
They've
through
all
fucking
gone
multiple
through failed relationships.
literally.
And
No,
that's not disrespect. I mean, it is.
Yeah,
But,
I've had
you
failed
know,
relationships, but
but
you
like,
know, don't
come on.
blast it out to the world to be this perfect. I'll never forget when they were doing the.
Actually, though,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of like, you know, like this is what I was thinking. I was actually talking to my sister about this the other day, right? You know, if you meet a girl and like you met her through her posting like provocative pics and all like anything like that, right? You don't expect her to change after you're with her, sure.
No. Well,
no,
right?
I.
There would be a degree.
You won't be like, oh my god, I'm so surprised you're doing this shit, babe. Like,
yes, no, but I think it would be more of. I'm gonna sound like a dick.
Yeah, what do you mean?
No, it's
dude,
the
I'm
posting.
telling you right now, right? If you meet a chick and she's a thotty on
Instagram.
Yeah, but what's she
and all
doing
this
on
stuff,
Instagram?
right?
Posting ass pics.
Posting ass pics, right?
Oh,
And that's how you met her. You were like,
and I
oh,
go
look
with
at
her.
this chick. She's got the finest
And I
ass
go
I've
with
ever
her.
seen. Yeah, and then you
Then
get with her.
If I got with
and
her
then
and
you're
I knew
like,
she was doing that, then I wouldn't ask her to change. No, because if I knew she was already doing that.
But
However, if she just started, if I got with a girl who wasn't posting ass pics and then suddenly she starts posting ass pics on Instagram, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I didn't sign up for this. Well, like you post whatever this shit, but you know what I mean?
yeah.
Jesus.
Nah, I get you. But yeah.
I don't think I could. I don't think I'd be like, come on now. Maybe tone it down, you know, a little bit.
Really?
Just because it's my
Is it because you feel as if you are like you
know what I mean?
own women's bodies?
not own it. Right, see now you're trying to bait me out now. You're trying to fucking. But I'm saying it in the fact that
you're a misogynist. I knew it.
right. Of course, you're gonna jump that way. No, I would say like
I'm just messing.
I wouldn't because if I've known her from the get go of her doing that, then fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if it's every day and if there's loads of pictures and there's loads of comments, I'd be a bit like, well,
insecure.
Maybe not even insecure, but just maybe tone it down a little bit because it's for me.
But why though?
Because it would be for me.
That's how you met her, bro.
Yeah, I know.
This is her.
What do you mean
do
by
you know what?
for
I'm not
me?
going to get with this person then. You know, I'm not going to get.
Yeah,
with
that's the
someone.
thing. I wouldn't get with the person. If it came to it, I wouldn't get with
So
her.
you wouldn't get with
I
the
wouldn't
chick who
date.
likes
I wouldn't date a
posting,
hoe.
like,
No,
nice
I wouldn't date a
photos?
hoe. No, point blank period. I wouldn't
can't.
date a hoe.
You can never
She
date
might be posting photos, but that don't make a hoe.
Well,
You said if you were
Alright,
if
would
you
you go with
dated
a stripper?
a thotty on Instagram posting pictures, would I get with her? That's what you said.
did you hear what he said?
What did you say?
Would you go with a stripper?
No, I wouldn't.
What? They make so much money, bro. What?
Bro,
You can get your sugar mommy done using PS5 if any of you strippers.
I'm Jewish. I'm Jewish.
You're Jewish. For one, he's not
It's
Jewish.
not kosher.
No, it's not kosher.
Really? Is it not kosher to go with the stripper?
I don't know.
I highly doubt that it's fucking
I'm the Jew. Apparently.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. How the fuck did we end up on maybe dating a stripper or...
No, because we were just talking about, like, actually, I was leading up to the whole, like, you know, remember when Kanye was kicking off at Kim
Yeah.
for posting, like...
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it kind of made sense, you know, because, like, you know, Kim is the mother of his daughter.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and he's a
mother of
Christian.
his children is
Yeah.
a Christian and stuff.
Exactly.
But then I was thinking to myself, like, what are you expecting,
Yeah.
bro? Like,
She got
this
famous.
is what she does.
She got famous from having
From
a fucking
having
sex tape.
a sex tape.
Point blank.
No, she is a good fashion designer.
She's like
created such a good
entrepreneur.
name. Yeah, entrepreneur.
Someone's
like
Marketing
someone we know.
Did you see the clip of her getting asked, what would you tell your kids not famous for? And she was just kind of like alluding to it.
Oh yeah, she's like, oh Kanye,
Yeah.
he is a famous singer, producer, entrepreneur, and mommy, she is so talented in so many things. She pauses and she's just like shit.
She's like, I know that I got
There's
famous.
nothing
'cause I
wrong
got
with being a
fucked."
kept woman. I would just be
Yeah.
like, I'm a kept
Yeah.
woman.
Real.
That's how we become successful.
No, exactly.
I got
but
nothing against her.
no, not really anything against it, but I'm against the idea of them being famous just for the fact of being famous.
I think by
You know?
now though, people just view them as icons though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Why would you put
That's
them on?
That's
Fashion,
reality
fashion,
TV for you,
health
though. I mean,
icons.
like,
That's what
look at the shit that we watch, like, on TV. Like, any of you guys watch Love Island?
No.
No.
Do you?
Oh, good. I was too busy having a life.
Well, you do watch it, don't you?
No, actually,
Oh, right.
legit
Don't you?
don't.
No,
Good.
I don't watch any.
No, I don't. But then I was just thinking, like, you know, like,
Hey.
that's the sort of, like, society that we live in.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
where, like, we kind of, like, just watch trash.
Oh,
It is trash.
It is
Or,
trash.
like-
It is trash.
But then
like,
again,
stuff like
it's
that,
all
you know what I mean?
subject to
Just
your
for, like,
opinion though.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
all
thing
subject to your opinion.
It's
obviously.
like it's the
But-
new Big Brother, basically, celebrity.
Right?
That.
I think that's true.
Yeah,
It is,
I
it
remember
is.
Big Actually, yeah, I used to watch Big Brother like it's crazy, so I can't really speak.
But no, but there wouldn't be the idea of them just being in there because they're good looking and they've got this and they've got that.
there
And they've
were
got this
some
following.
random people,
Random
like
people.
random,
My
completely
favourite-
thrown in there.
I know this sounds completely off topic. My favourite competitor in Celebrity Big Brother was Pete. Do you remember Pete? The one with the Tourette's?
I didn't watch.
Oh
nah,
man,
not
he
that.
was
Pete-
hilarious.
Pete who?
I can't remember his second name, but
Okay.
he was fucking hilarious. And I'm trying to think of him being on Love Island and all those shows. Have you seen the what is it? Too Hot to Handle? something.
Oh, that's on Netflix,
where and they're not allowed. The whole idea is then not to do anything, not to kiss, not to have sex.
Right.
And then basically this year, I watched a video the other day, Cody Ko, and he was basically talking about the producers have realised that they can't get a fucking show worth when there's no action. So the first episode, three couples break the rule. And basically what the whole thing of the show is that every time you break the rule of kissing, no
stuff, sex stuff.
Yeah.
And then they
get money taken
cash,
off.
Yeah.
But the money isn't shared equally between everyone. It's your money that's getting decreased, which is good. Which is a good show in my opinion. But that those people now will go on to become famous because they just went on a fucking show and they had sex
on TV.
And it's like, well, why?
I mean, if Kim could do it.
Yeah, but that's my point. Is that I hate the fact that those people get put up as icons and get put forward as.
It's because what they do after.
That's
what they do after, and Kim has created. She's just viewed as an icon because
isn't she? She's a
Kardashian /
She's a billionaire now, isn't she?
I don't even know.
Well, I know her sister's a billionaire.
Kylie Jenner, isn't it? Yes.
She was the first female billionaire, I think.
No.
Wasn't she?
No. She was one of, like...
I think Anna Wintour might be.
I think maybe the youngest.
Billionaire.
I think she may be one of the youngest.
She was the youngest one. She was one of the youngest. Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, talking about billionaires, Jeff Bezos' wife became a billionaire when they divorced. Just because of the amount of money that he had due to him getting divorced. So she was then a billionaire or millionaire.
Though, if you read up on the story of all Amazon and stuff, apparently he was like she put in a lot of work as well.
Oh, did she?
Like,
really?
With the whole operation.
I can imagine.
Because they used to work like on their backyard, on their garage or whatever. And
right.
Did whatever.
He went to space.
Today
was it?
He came back today.
20th of Tuesday on the 20th.
Tuesday the 20th
of July. So he's back home now.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, he went to
Bezos
space.
Home.
But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't like the fact that all these billionaires are just going around going to space.
Richard Branson did it the other day.
Yeah, Richard Branson did it the other day.
Going to space. He's like, I don't fuck with them going to space because I can't go to space.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's not the point. Like,
what's the point?
Billionaires should not exist, dog.
Yeah. Not when there's like...
They should not exist.
It's the very small 1% that have managed to find some... I think it comes down to an extreme amount of luck.
And hard work.
It's not even
at
luck,
the
bro.
right time,
You
place the right
do
time,
not
or
become
being born
a
into being born into a family that does it.
Okay, you might be born in... There's two ways. You're born into it, or you literally have to be stepping on people, man.
Yeah.
Working in Amazon is crazy, man. They have you seen this as well? They were in the news recently. They just fire people on an app, bro. Like,
yeah, they get a message.
Just get a match like it's nothing. And there's people who are like, yeah, I've worked there for a little bit. But
what was what was your worst Amazon story?
Experience?
Yeah, with Amazon basically.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I think it was just like, oh, bro. I think it's the sheer size of the place, right? Like sometimes, right? Like, you'd be going on break, and it would take you like 20 minutes to go from one side to the other, and by the time you get there, your break's over.
Really?
So you gotta come back.
Oh wow.
Oh
shit! Really?
Such an asshole. Yeah.
I thought that I heard. I don't think they do it as much anymore, but
right.
I think they track you on your phone or track you on an app with how quickly.
No.
I don't know why
yeah. That's how they gauge if you're working or not.
Really?
Obviously, you've got like barcode scanners and stuff like that, and you have to like. Boop, 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 boop. You are literally walking around like a robot. Like, it's such the most like mind-numbing job ever.
Yeah.
But like being there, it sees like you know what I mean. Like, Jeff Bezos just happened to convince a lot of people because everyone's always arguing like, oh yeah, but these billionaires have brought so many jobs and stuff like that. Yeah, but like he can afford to probably like the money that he pays everyone in Amazon, he does not even feel that in his account.
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably
leave his account.
Yeah, it's like loose change.
He does not even see it. Yeah,
which is that. Then it's difficult to like to realize to think why there should be billionaires because they. You know, I'm not saying they don't work hard. Of course they work hard because obviously they've had to get up to a certain level. But I mean,
for sure.
You're like sitting there and you're like, wait, you can just pop out to space now and you're going to just, compete with one another week to week by Richard Branson.
I don't know. I think you can do whatever you want. I think people just have this view that he's like some monster. And I think that, to be fair, with all the stories and what happened, stuff like that, he probably is a bad guy, don't get me wrong. But I think that does he ever do interviews?
I don't think he's a bad guy, but I think we should have a limit for ourselves. Like, what do you need with that giant hoard of cash or whatever?
Well, who's gonna come in and say that though?
Fucking Henry.
No, like who? What I'm trying to say is who comes in and is like, there's a net on it now.
That's why he becomes a bad person. Is because if the government or anything like that comes along and says like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this to try and break up the Amazon monopoly or something like that. Do you know Amazon actually delivers COVID vaccines now and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're everywhere, man.
The Amazon are gonna own the world.
I know.
They own the world already. So think about it. If they are in like control of the supply of medicine, for example, right? They can just decide to have it any prices they want.
That's true.
Yeah, it
and
fucks up
that
locals.
could change the game completely.
It fucks up other companies and shit like that for sure. But him going to space, I don't see a problem with that. I think it's kind of cool, to be honest.
I think it's cool as hell.
If anything, I think it makes...
Cool. I would do it too if I was in that position. Like, I was a kid. Like,
it only advances the further possibility of traveling in space for everybody else. But having one person.
I know this sounds stupid, and I hate to like be negative on everything. Did you see how silly he looked though? Did you see like he looked like a little kid, like smiling.
I'm gonna be real.
Ear to ear, bro.
I'm real. All I saw the video of them all coming out the fucking thing, right? I'm not kidding you. I couldn't for the life of me tell you which one was Jeff Bezos because all of them looked identical. All bald fucking men.
Let me get a
I could not fucking tell.
There's one old lady as well.
Yeah, lady in that shit?
Yeah, there was. There was
an old lady.
Let me see it because he just. I'm typing in Jeff Bezos like he's got Instagram. Fucking hell, man. No, I wouldn't. Would you want to go to space?
For sure.
Yeah, I think so. If I make it back alive, yeah.
Would you guys ever go to the one-way trip to Mars?
One way.
Yes,
it's a one-way trip.
The colony on Mars, isn't it? That's what they want to do.
I think life would be too different for me.
Yeah, it'd be a bit. I wouldn't be
able to adjust. It'd be a whole new planet.
It was fucking.
As a human, I don't like. I feel like this whole thing about trying to get people to live on Mars in the future, that's going to be something that their brains are going to be wired to think like that, and that's going to be generations to the point where kids are going to grow up in that. Because we're adults who have lived on Earth, and we're so used to the privileges of life, you know. Like I don't think we'd have an internet connection up in the fucking Mars, bro. I'd be bored as shit.
Problem is the Wi-Fi.
Bro, what am I going to do on Mars? Bro, what am I going to do?
He needs Wi-Fi.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do on Mars, bro? Besides collect fucking rocks. Read a book. I'm just going to go around and collect rocks, bro. Oh, this one's fucking bigger than the other one.
Yeah, but you could have like...
For my whole life? Like I'm just going to go up and collect rocks in Mars? Damn. Fuck that shit, bro. I need to live here for now. Bro, you're like, oh, damn, you're going to miss out on fucking collecting rocks, bro. Like, no, bro.
I'd like to, I think I'd like to when I was older, like a retirement thing.
If it was a retirement thing, then yeah, it should be done then.
Yeah.
But that's kind of crazy, because that's kind of like choosing your own death.
Whoa, what?
Think about it. Like, if you're retiring and then you decide, oh, I'm retiring now, sorry, grandchildren, I'm going to shoot myself to space because I'm going on a one-way trip to Mars.
Nice.
Also, you're never going to see me again. That is literally death.
Have we traveled to Mars? We haven't, right?
No human.
No, right? So, therefore, nobody owns Mars, right? So, we could start saying, oh, we're going to colonize Mars and shit like that. We're going to start fucking get humans on Mars. But I reckon it's going to come to the point where there won't be like a government type system as it is now, right? I think if people wanted to rebel or some shit like that and make it their own planet up there, they could easily.
Yeah.
Oh, like they did America.
I don't think Boris Johnson's going to be like, okay, so we got the UK next is Mars, and people are going to be okay with it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what's
I think people would be like, you know what? We aren't on Earth. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Exactly.
Like, fuck these people in government who are trying to take another planet. Fuck that. They already fucked the first one up. Let's fucking run this shit. And then everybody fucking just collects rocks.
We want to collect rocks.
No Wi-Fi though.
Do you think we'll see in our lifetime people on Mars?
Oh, for sure.
Really?
I think we're going to be alive when we see
in our lifetime?
Yeah.
We're quite close now.
Do you know what? I think we're going to be doing trips to like the moon. We're going to be able to do it.
I think
we're going to be old enough. We're going to be probably able to afford it.
I think the moon could be a definitely doable thing. Like, people didn't think you could get on the moon, and let alone Mars. Do you know what I mean? Like 60, 70 years ago, people didn't think that, you know. Wait, did you go on the... When did they go on the moon? What was the year?
It was about
1967?
66. 67 or 64.
I want to say it's 67 or something like that. Around that time.
Should we just Google it because we live in the future?
We need to do we need to have a young Jamie. Who's the fastest Googler? Is it Liam? Pull that shit up, Liam.
I think it was quite.
I think it was 67. If I'm right, I'll be chuffed.
1969.
Damn.
20th of July. Whoa!
Whoa, that's weird.
Yes!
I won't be on the day we upload.
No.
Whoa.
That was a very.
That's weird.
That's pretty crazy, man.
They would be like, why the fuck
talking about moon?
Sorry,
we didn't even plan to talk
it's
about
the 20th of July.
Yeah, these guys would be like, what the
why are they celebrating that? I can't wait to watch that back and just us celebrate. Fucking hell. No, but I was, like we said, we had a few things lined up. Going back, I know we're going away from the moon and shit like that now. Going back to artists, KSI did the KSI show recently, flopped, which was apparently
pissed off, but I didn't watch
it.
I didn't watch it. Yeah, apparently people.
Because he said that like I saw a tweet. That's actually how I knew about the show. Was a tweet by him saying that guys stop bootlegging my show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna upload it tomorrow.
I found links on YouTube like there was one to refresh. I only watched bits because I really wanted to see what was happening with the Logan and KSI bit.
And he said that he was gonna upload again. Yeah. So I thought it might have been a huge hit. So everyone's missing out on it.
Everyone was fuming because it was shorter time. Apparently artists were lip syncing, and the skits were a bit cringy, which I thought that going in. You know what I mean? Like I didn't expect it.
I didn't watch it.
No, I know. But I'm saying from the sound of it, it didn't sound like a good, and it didn't sound like a massive hit.
He seemed upset though, but I mean, you would be.
You would be. He spent $2 million, as he kept saying.
Is he?
He spent $2 million on that show. So if we probably did make the money back, realistically, do you know what I mean? Especially, but then you think about hiring all the artists and stuff like that as well. So it probably would have been a nightmare. But he's en route to be overtaking like a lot of artists at the moment.
6ix9ine.
Yeah, he's
Blueface.
Yeah.
Stormzy.
And he's also apparently he's like #1 at the moment, I think, in the UK.
Really?
The album, I think. And I think he's got
more... Oh yeah, he's got #1 in the UK.
And it's more combined than the next 4 people behind him. His stuff.
Right. I think he's going to get #1. And I think... I don't know if this is true, but I'm pretty sure if you bought the KSI Show, you got a digital album.
Oh, did you?
But those don't count anymore. I don't know, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he'll go #1.
I hope he does, because especially...
I think he's played the game so well, man. Coming from like...
everything.
Especially just the way that he's gone about his stuff.
You said... I think we had this conversation the other day, like that, of like... He's really clever and really smart with what he does. You know what I mean? I know that sounds obvious, but he is like... The way he releases,
he moves quick.
He moves very like precise.
Yeah.
He knows what he wants to do and he gets it done and shit like that. I didn't like his old music. It's not on my like playlist. I don't go to listen to KSI.
I got a few songs.
I've never actually, but I did listen to a few of his tracks recently, and they're quite decent.
Holiday's a really good one.
Like, that's the one.
I've come around to that. I think
it's a beautiful
people.
song.
But
people said it was.
I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? I don't want to be like too prejudiced on the guy, but I just don't see him as an artist like that.
No.
You know what I mean?
I think he's becoming more of one.
There's so many people who've done it.
Yeah.
You guys remember Joji? Or should I say Filthy Frank?
Yeah.
Yes,
come on.
Yeah,
I remember people freaking out.
I knew him as Filthy Frank, and then I was looking at, dude, I love this guy slapping like Joji, and I was like, wait, why does he look like?
Joji's a brilliant artist, but then he's completely like separated himself from Filthy Frank. KSI is stuck to KSI. Do you know what I mean? And it's like. It's still, I think, like you said, he's still seen in my eyes as a YouTuber.
Oh no, yeah. To me, he's a YouTuber. He's not really an artist in that sense. But he's still getting big names to get on his
big names and big. He's doing good numbers. I think he's doing
good numbers. Yeah.
I don't think
crazy.
I don't think he'll be relevant in years to come. You know what I mean?
Really?
I don't think people will be like, oh, put that on. It's like. It's nice for when it comes out. Do you know what I mean? When the album comes out or when a single comes out.
It's hard to say that there's no
music.
It's hard to say that music hasn't come out if you're talking about years to come.
No, I know.
Like what's to say his next album he actually makes like really just everybody wants to listen to. And somebody in the future's then like, oh, let's play that song that he did 20 years ago. I think it's potential. Like Holiday, I could see myself in like 2 years' time being like, I'm gonna play Holiday. I think that's a good song. I think it's a really good song. I think it's his best song.
I think it's one of his better solo songs.
I think the one with Lil Durk as well. I think I would be playing. I've asked him my place. That's going to be constantly fucking in the playlist too. So I'll be playing that years to come. I think he's good. I think he's much better than he ever was. And, and I think that only shows artistry. If the development of how bad you were and how good he is now, and
that's
showing
a good
that
point,
development,
man. That's a good point.
That you can see in his artistry he's grown.
Yeah.
And I think that by definition, I consider him not just an artist, but a YouTuber, and even just like a personality, just like a British personality.
I go for more British personality than YouTuber and stuff like that. Like I don't think
he ticks all he boxing too. Like he is, and he knows all of this.
But he made the BBC on that day.
Did he?
He was in the BBC. I was talking
about
him.
He did the show. He did the the one show
when he was about to box Logan Paul, and he was like, "I'm doing this for Britain."
I was just like, bro, I'm good at that, man. Fuck's sake.
He's probably passionate, bro.
Yeah,
I like it.
That was our first podcast. That was talking about
cool.
KSI and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
That was the fucking
first fight too.
Yeah, the first one. So that's how long we've been fucking going at this shit, you know. But it's only been 15 episodes. No, you wanted to talk about I hate to harp on about it because every fucking podcast does harp on about it, but about COVID.
Yeah.
We'll talk
about this for a bit because we'll come in up to
time and stuff like that.
But yeah, basically.
What came out?
So as of today, there was news of the whole. Actually, yesterday or the day before, there's a whole news of the COVID passports and
the
and
vaccine
stuff like
passports,
that, right?
And
we'll
just
quickly
fucked.
speak about that for a second, and that's pretty much like if you want to go into nightclubs and stuff like that, you got to have double dosage of the vaccine, and you got to have like this passport to show. I don't know how that's going to affect traveling and stuff like that, but it only sets like a bad precedent for the future of companies and government trying to control people's medical history.
Yeah,
that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's a very bad thing.
Bad.
All this stuff should be private to begin with, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what came out today was, I'm gonna find the correct saying because I don't want to get it wrong.
My mum was on the fucking nail with that since the beginning. She was like, "There's gonna be something that shows."
I knew it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I wasn't expecting it, and then they were always denying it. But like that was definitely supposed.
Because it was on
the only way
was the
they were gonna
19th.
deal with it. Like there's no way they were gonna have a surplus of vaccines just because people don't want to have them.
Yeah, but they came out. Go on, sorry.
So basically, on the 15th of October 2020, there's this.
So last year.
There's this paragraph from Boris Johnson that has been sent to like some group chat or something like that from him, and but this is what it reads. I must say I have been slightly rocked by some of the data on COVID fatalities, allegedly Boris Johnson. The median age is 82 to 81 for men, 85 for women. That is above life expectancy. So that's above life expectancy, right? That's what he's saying. So get COVID and live longer. Hardly. I'm not done. Hardly anyone under 60 goes into hospital, in brackets 4%, and of those virtually all survive. And I no longer buy all this NHS overwhelmed stuff. Folks, I think we may need to recalibrate. So basically what he's trying to say here is fuck the people who are older than the above age of life expectancy, and if they get COVID, fuck them. They live past the life expectancy anyway. And he's also saying, allegedly, that he doesn't believe that the NHS is like all overloaded and stuff like that. He's basically saying, fuck you NHS, do better.
No, but it wasn't fuck you NHS, do better. I think of it as is that I remember there was in the midst of everything like, oh, they're fucking overloaded, they're this, they're that. People were going into hospitals, videoing them. They were fucking dead.
Really?
There was people, receptionists up there with their masks and stuff like that. They were like, they came up to them like, oh, why is it so quiet? They were like, oh, it's just a good day. And it was completely silent in there. So,
but there is proof of hospitals being fucking overloaded though. That's the thing. Like there's proof on the internet that there's hospitals that have just crammed every single day. Like for you to get an appointment somewhere, it takes fucking forever.
Yeah.
Like
it's bad that he not public because obviously it's not public. He said that, but I mean to even say that, and you're the fucking prime minister. Allegedly, he said this. But if he did say this, and you're the prime minister moving like that,
the whole thing about being like if you're above the life expectancy.
But that is an interesting point, though. That is an interesting point.
What?
Because
the life expectancy is 80.
Is like 80 something, and then
80,
people that were getting at 85.
I think what it comes down to when he says that, in my eyes, is that he's looking at it as like okay, we've got these people who are above the age of 80, right? And they've already passed life expectancy, and they are more vulnerable to die of COVID or whatever like that, okay? He's got that group of people, and then he's got the country shut down. And at the same time, the economy is fucking bad. And he's realizing, like, okay, it's either save a bunch of people that are above the age of 80 that have passed the life expectancy, or make money.
Yeah.
And him opening on the 19th or whatever it was in England
yesterday, 19th.
It's only made people kind of, and with this coming out today, it's only made it look really bad.
100%.
He's looking at it from like, it's either 80-year-olds that live, or we take the money and they die. And we open up the country and we get money, but they die. But that's fine, because they've lived past life expectancy anyway, so they don't count as humans.
And they're probably not really producing much towards the GDP or anything.
Yeah, they probably do fucking nothing, you know. That's why
I think it's still pretty sick, though. I mean, human life is still pretty precious. When we start, like, putting in, like,
he's in a difficult situation, but him saying
age
the way he says things and the way he
I know his wording is awful.
Just fucking
his wording is really
sinister,
bad.
And it's like a sociopath.
What was it? Can you read
crazy.
what was the first bit that made us? We were like not overreacted, but what was the wording? Sorry.
I must say I have been slightly rocked by some of the data of COVID fatalities. The median age is 82 to 81 for men, 85 for women. That is above life expectancy. So get COVID and live longer.
That get COVID and live longer is the complete opposite of the wash hands, don't spread the virus, don't do this, stay in your house. And it's like, oh, get COVID, live longer. What the fuck? You can't be playing with slogans like in midst of a text. Why didn't someone respond with, what the fuck are you saying? What the hell?
They're all like that.
But this is my point. Those people, like,
they're all like that.
Not to go back to icons or whatever, those type of people should not be in charge of running this country.
These aren't fucking icons to begin with.
But some people they are. The Prime Minister.
If somebody
he's the Prime Minister
views somebody as like an icon, they're just like, oh my god, he's such an icon. Bro, he's the Prime Minister, and that's what he is. All he does is try and fucking control the country or whatever the fuck he owns. I don't think he's like some icon that you can't. If you had to go into like a room and you had to like pick between a bunch of icons, and you had actual icons, you had like maybe like Kanye West, you had like maybe Tupac, Prince, Michael Jackson.
I'm definitely picking
and then somebody goes, oh yeah, do you know what we missed? Boris Johnson, get him up. I don't think people are going to be picking Boris Johnson. And he's
just come muttering in. I'll be like, oh, fucking, here we go.
I don't think he's an icon. I think he's just a Prime Minister.
What do you have to do to be an icon?
I think you have to do something.
I feel like you don't have to be
impacts,
just an artist, like a musician.
No, you don't.
Because I feel like you just
I think
named
you
a
need
few
to
musicians.
switch the culture.
You have to impact a culture.
Yeah.
You have to impact a culture and create something that hasn't
I
been
feel
done
like
before.
Boris has impacted the culture, bro.
No, he's just an idiot.
I mean, he's an idiot, but he has done a pretty huge impact. I mean, like...
No, but some people do. Some people look to him as like, you know, as
what he does is affecting your life right now.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's an icon.
No, but
well, that's
but like
you said, it's defined an icon, isn't it?
Changes your culture.
I'm talking about like the culture and like just like social fucking just social behavior and things that are something of like type like an art or something like that or. You know, like, give me an example of who you think an icon is besides somebody political.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's a sportsman.
Sport icon. Okay.
Yeah, he's a sports
okay.
icon.
So maybe you can say there's political icons then. Okay, maybe there is political icons.
Putin
on the fucking horse.
Okay, yeah. Maybe I take back what I said then. Boris Johnson's a fucking icon.
Whoa!
Yeah, you guys got me to say it. There you go.
Don't tell me you're one of those Tories.
You can't go down that route. Fucking hell. Right, I hate to wrap it up quick, but we are on a little bit of a time schedule. But thanks for listening to the podcast, and we'll be
gonna wrap that quick, bro.
We're gonna have to, you know.
We're gonna have to. Yes, to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just catch a train.
Yeah, I gotta catch part 2.
Train spotting. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Nice one.
Yeah.
You fucking legends.